What is going on, ladies, and more importantly, gentlemen? Ben Askren versus Jake Paul just went down, and Jake Paul knocked Ben Askren out in the first round. It happened. He's now 3-0. I'm kind of astonished because even though Ben Askren is known for his wrestling, he was still a professional MMA fighter. He still competed for the best MMA organizations, fought against some of the best fighters in the world. He's fought for Bellator, he's fought for one championship, he's fought for the UFC, he's fought against Robbie Lawler, he's fought against Jorge Masvidal. I mean, Ben Askren has been in there in the best fight promotions in the world and fought against some of the toughest competition. So with that being said, he at least had to have a minimum level of hands. Mixed martial arts is not just wrestling. It's boxing, it's kickboxing, it's Muay Thai, it's jiu-jitsu, it's judo, it's everything combined. So Ben Askren does have some hands. He's not some NBA player coming in here off of a slam dunk contest. Ben Askren knows how to fight. So for Jake Paul to come in here and put him away in the first round, that is a very impressive feat. With that being said, he had a lot of distractions even coming into this fight. Ben Askren, not Ben Askren, he's asleep right now. Jake Paul, his bodyguard, died 10 days ago. 2 days ago, some chick with fucking blue hair and blue eyebrows came out and said he was smashing her face. The story didn't add up. I made a video on that. You can go check that out. But either way, he had a lot of distractions coming into this fight with a real fighter. Ben Askren is a real fighter. He might have got embarrassed against Jorge Masvidal, fastest knockout in UFC history, but either way, he's legitimate. And now Jake Paul has defeated a legitimate fighter, and you can say he's the real deal. Would he beat a guy like a Conor McGregor? No. Would he beat anybody that's probably more proficient with the hands, a boxer, an MMA fighter? Probably not. This was probably the best matchup against a high-profile fighter he could have had. Ben Askren, even though an MMA fighter, is predominantly known for his wrestling and not his hands in the slightest. So, even though he's trained his hands a lot more than a Nate Robinson, it was still the best high-profile matchup for Jake Paul. With that being said, right before this fight, there was talks of Jake Paul versus Conor McGregor, Jake Paul versus Floyd Mayweather. He's really starting to bite off more than he can chew, I believe. And if he goes into one of those fights, if he somehow scores an exhibition against one of the big dogs, I think we will see Jake Paul go to sleep. But with that being said, I didn't know how he would fare even against someone like Ben Askren, and he just came out and slept him in the first round. I gotta give it up for him. I gotta give it up for him because that was very impressive. He beat a legitimate professional mixed martial artist, and you can't do anything but give the man his props. He had all the distractions coming into this fight, and it was a bad matchup just because it was an actual professional fighter and not some slam dunk contest or not some YouTuber. That's who he was fighting before this. This was a real fighter. Now, with that being said, Kelvin Gastelum and Robert Whittaker are still battling it out on the UFC Fight Night. We're going to tune into that. I'll report on that after this, but with that, it is what it is, man. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. Jake Paul just knocked out Ben Askren in the first round. I'm out.